welcome back to the show, everyone. We are going to talk all things funny. The Komedy Klub is a fun staple here in Laguna Woods Village, and I get a chance to talk to new president, Phil Chait. Hi.
Nice to meet you. Well, I haven't met you before, but nice to see you again.
I met you a long time ago.
Yep.
But that was under the bocce ball
And we're still doing that
umbrella.
too. But yeah.
So now you've moved on. Or
No,
you haven't moved on.
I'm still with bocce and still with comedy.
You're just filling your calendar a little bit more.
Yeah, I got to fill up my retirement. Yeah.
I love it. So do you like being a new president?
Yeah, I love it. It's fun, great group of people I work with, and it's just fun. It's a lot of fun. I get to do a monologue before every show, which is great, and it's very enjoyable. It's a great show.
So since this is the first time that I'm talking to a guest about the Komedy Klub, can you tell me all about it? What's the history of the Komedy Klub?
Well, it's been around for a while in different formats. More recently, it was run by Joey Sims, who most everyone knows here. And she ran it for a while, and she basically retired about a year ago. Another woman named Gia came on for a year, and she decided it wasn't for her. So somehow I got into it, and they hired me. So it's been around Clubhouse 5 for years, and as I said, it's always been a well-attended event. And we've had some pretty well-known people, come to see us. So it's a great show.
So far it's going well. Are you booking all your guests?
I'm the one who books all the comedians. Yes.
How do you find them, Phil?
Well, either people refer them to me. I have friends that say to me, "Oh, did you ever hear this guy or this woman or this person?" So or I go to shows, a lot of local comedy shows, and if someone I think fits what we would have in our genre, then I go out and speak to them about hiring. I do have some restrictions on taboos of not to speak about, but for the most part, we're pretty good.
Pretty open.
Yeah, we just, profanity is not really accepted, and I try to tell them to stay away from politics, which is a big divide. So little things I tell them, and for the most part, they follow it, so it's all good. It comes out good.
Yeah, you can still make a funny joke.
Yeah, even without those two things, you can make a joke funny.
What about the audience? Is the audience off limits, or do they get poked fun at?
No, actually, a lot of times the comedians go into the audience and speak with them and do stuff with them, but they all love to be part of the show. They all want to be sitting up front so they can be part of it. So they love being part of it. Being singled out by a comedian and part of the act. They love that part.
That's fantastic. So do you have any changes this year that you're going to start implementing?
Well, the biggest change we did from previous years is I decided that I wanted to hire 2 comics a night. And the only reason for it was, it seemed when we had one headliner, they usually did a 45-minute act, and it just seemed like it was too short a night. So now I open up with like a 10-minute monologue, and then we'll have an opening act that'll do like 20, 30 minutes, and then the main act will do 45 to an hour. So we'll have a full hour-and-a-half show, and again, consider the fact we only charge $10, that's a pretty good deal for an hour-and-a-half of laughs, and we've gotten great reviews the first few months of the year. We've had comedians here, we've got great reviews, so it's a great show to go to, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. Yes.
Now, I asked you this before the show, but tell the audience, do you get up there?
Yes, I do. I open up. It's as I said, comics have their act, and they do it from venue to venue. I'm staying in the same venue, so I have to come up with new stuff every month. But I've been doing it mostly speak about marriage and my wife, who loves it to death, and just general observations that I make, and then some jokes. It's all just to get the audience kind of warmed up for the real acts to come in, and then they take it from there. So it's a lot of fun.
So does your wife still think you're funny?
Well, I have videos of when she took at me. She actually laughed on the video, so I guess so. But when I told you that joke earlier today, sometimes she gives me the same blank stare. I go, "You don't get that?" But anyway, so yeah, no, it's good. It's a lot of fun.
Some are just over the head, right? So, what can you tell us about some upcoming shows?
Well, let me show you my glass. Well, this show we have coming up right now, a week from this Thursday, is Brian Kiley and Matt Donaher. And Brian Kiley actually is an Emmy Award winner. He wrote for Conan for many years. And he's been on Late Night. He's been on with Conan, obviously, Tonight Show. So he's been on a lot of the big TV shows. Fantastic. So he's a very funny guy. And Matt, and actually, the other thing I did was I told all the headliners, you bring in your opening acts. That way, you know who you'd want to open up for you. And that way, if I did it and they weren't good, you blame me. So this one, I'm putting it all on you to do it. So Matt Donaher was his choice, and Matt's a funny guy, too. So that's coming in this month. In May, we have Don Friesen and another guy named Steve Mason, and they're coming in that month. And then we have June, haven't filled yet. In July, we have a Steve Middleman and a Howard Berger. These are comics. They're all TV people and whatever else. And then we have a well-known name coming in August, and that is Fritz Coleman. who's been here before, the old weatherman. So he's going to be here in August. And then in September, we just signed on Monica Piper, who actually has a one-woman show up in Santa Monica. She's been doing that for years. So a very funny comedian. So that's what we have scheduled so far coming up. So some really excellent upcoming shows.
So you're booked all the way through
Yeah, we
fall.
still having that in June, and still have October and November. So we got 3 more months, but we'll film.
Yeah.
We get a lot of calls from people. People actually like performing here. Besides the fact it's a great audience, we get like 300, 350 people to a show. So we get big audiences, and they're very receptive, and they enjoy the show. So the comedians love coming here.
So Phil, where are the shows hosted?
They're in Clubhouse 5, always in Clubhouse 5, and it's always the 4th Thursday of the month. The only exception is going to be November, because 4th Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we're going to have it the 3rd Thursday of the month, but that's only in November. Otherwise, it's 4th Thursday of every month.
4th Thursday of every month. Do folks need reservations?
No. We have no membership, no reservations. We have the Clubhouse holds about 500 people, so I would love to hit that capacity, but so far we haven't. So you just have to show up. The doors open at 5:30. It's BYOE. We give you coffee, and we do give you dessert. But I mean, it's 5:30, and the show starts at 7.
So come after dinner. Have dinner first.
Well, a lot of people bring their dinner.
Oh, they bring their dinner?
Oh, yeah, they bring their dinner. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and then
fun.
We also have the no-host bar there also. So we have a bar open, so it's the whole thing. So they come and socialize and schmooze, and then the show starts, and then they laugh for the next hour and a half.
Which is so healthy.
It is, and as I said, the first few shows have gotten great reviews, so I'm really happy about that, and we're hopefully going to continue it this month.
That's exciting. Now, Phil, are you able to record the shows and
We
play
haven't,
them back?
well, except for what my wife took in videos, but short of that, we haven't yet, but we are going to start videotaping them, yes.
Yeah.
But obviously all the comedians have their YouTube videos and all that stuff, so if anyone wants to look up these comedians, just go online, and there's tons of videos of them, so they can see see what they are and see if they're their type of comic. Because not everyone hits somebody the same way, but these guys are pretty good general, and they've been playing to general audiences and much success.
Do you have them send in a pre-tape of their materials?
No, because I've already seen it online. I've seen it previously. I just asked them to write their bios for me so I can know exactly how they want me to introduce them. But other than that, no, these guys have been around for years, and they're pros. So, and a lot of them have been here before. So if someone's been here before and drew a good audience, like Fritz Coleman's been here before and always draws a big audience, so we bring him back because audiences love him. And the old famous Channel 4 weatherman.
Fun. So are you able to effectively split your time between Bocce Club?
Yeah, it's totally
and
different. I don't have to prepare anything
Komedy
for
Club?
bocce. I just have to show up for those basically. But yeah, this is a little different because it takes time to write the opening monologue. But no, they're both great clubs, and they're both
And
a lot
both
of
the
fun.
guests.
Yeah, they're just different events, but different clubs, but just fun. Both of them are great, so I have no problem with that.
I don't
enjoy
know
it.
a lot of comedians. Are there a lot of them?
Yes.
I mean, will you ever run out of
there's a lot of people
comedians?
that claim they're comedians. I mean, I don't know what officially makes somebody. There's a lot of people, tell jokes and stuff, but
Sure.
they're not all, funny. I don't even want to say it. So I try to get the people who are well known, have a name out there. Been for us, had some credits to their name, etc. So I know they're good and seeing them and go to clubs, and so that's what we primarily get. So we don't get anybody usually that's an unknown here.
Sure.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we just prefer to get people that we know are going to be good in front of an audience.
So maybe if they're over at the Improv, they can just come over here.
Well,
the
I've,
next night.
I've gone to some, I am going to be hiring some people that I've seen as acts on some of these other things to give them a chance because I actually thought they were really funny. So, I mean, as I said, and we're a great venue for them to come because, again, the audience is very receptive and we get pretty large audiences. So, I mean, they love performing in front of that. So, no, as I said, I can't believe how many calls I get from comedians looking to play here. So
Well, that makes your job easier.
Oh, yeah, it does. It makes it, so I just have to cull them out.
That's fantastic. Phil, this is great. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, no, it's a fun thing. And again, if you haven't been there before, please show up. As I said, it's only $10. So if you don't like it the first time, you don't have to worry about it. But most people love it. And as I said, you get coffee, dessert, and an hour and a half of laughs for $10. So you can't beat that deal.
And they get an hour and a half's worth of dopamine drips.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah,
great.
they usually come out smiling.
That's awesome. Phil, thank you so much for catching us up on the Komedy Club.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate
I
you
appreciate
being
it.
here.
Good seeing you again.
You too.
Take care.
You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages. Stay with us.